Hi everyone, today in this video we're going to be working on these crochet slipper socks using a chunky yarn. So this pattern is a one size fits most for standard adult women sizing. They will accommodate a size 6 right up until 10 women's shoe. It's a quick and easy pattern. I am going to be coming out with a pattern for children and men's sizes as well. For now, let's go ahead and work on this one. We're going to be using burlap blanket yarn and an 8mm crochet hook. I've included more information in the description below about the materials that you'll need, as well as a link for the written pattern. Let's go ahead and get started with our project. So we're going to begin with our starting loop. Let's get that onto our hook, and we're going to chain 45. Yarn over, pull right through the loop. Yarn over, and pull through your loop. You'll keep on doing this until you have a total of 45 chains, so you can pause the video, work until you get to 45 chains in total, and then come back. Okay, so for row 1, we're going to begin working in the second chain from our hook. We're going to single crochet, so push your hook in, that second chain from your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both loops to complete your single crochet. We're going to do the same thing into each of the remaining chains down the row. So we're just going to work 1 single crochet into every single chain all the way down the row. By the time you get to the end, you should have a total of 44 stitches. So go ahead and finish that row and then come back. Okay, so we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And now we're beginning row 2. So we're going to be working in the back loop only. So we're going to go over the top of our work to be working right into that back loop, as opposed to going through the front and working through the whole stitch. So let's go ahead and begin. You're going to go over your work and work in the back loop only, making your single crochet. So we're still just doing regular single crochet stitches for this row, but we're going into the back loop only. This is a 2-row repeat. So this is row 1 of our 2-row repeat. Okay, so just continue all the way down the row, working a back loop single crochet in every stitch, and then come back. All right, so now at the end of the row, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And we're starting row 3 of our project, row 2 of our 2-row repeat. So now we're going in the front of our stitch, going through the entire stitch here, and working a regular single crochet. And we're going to just continue right on down the row, working 1 single crochet into every single stitch all the way down the row. And when we get to the end, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. And then we're going to repeat what we did for our last row, row number 2. So when I say a 2-row repeat, I mean we're just now going to alternate between those 2 rows. So back at the end of this row of doing regular single crochets, you'll chain 1, turn your work, then you're going to do a row of back loop single crochet. Then you'll do a row of regular single crochet, and so on. So you're going to keep on going until you have completed row 16, and then come back. Okay, so now that we've finished all 16 rows of our work, we're going to chain 1 at the end of that last row and fold our work, lining up the long ends. And we're going to slip stitch all the way down, being sure to work through both sides of our work. So push your hook through that first stitch and then line it up on the other side to be pushing through the first stitch on that side as well, so that you're working through both sides of your work to connect both sides and create a seam. So yarn over and pull right through the loops on your hook. And we're going to continue this all the way down. So going into that next stitch there, you want to push your hook into the next stitch. Be sure to line it up with the stitch on the other side and slip stitch. So yarn over, pull right through the loops on your hook. You're going to go ahead and continue this all the way down till you get to the end, and then you're going to come back. So now we're going to be working on the toe. So chain 1 at the end of that row there, and we're going to single crochet evenly all the way around. What you want to be doing to make sure it's even is lining up your single crochet stitches with the rows that you've worked. So we worked 16 rows in total. you should have 16 single crochets by the time that you get all the way around and back to the start. So just lining it up with your rows worked, and then come back when you're here at the beginning. So we're going to close the round with a slip stitch into the chain one space, and we're going to chain one to start the next round. So we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, and then we're going to work a single crochet decrease. So we're taking these 2 stitches and we're going to turn them into 1. So push your hook into that next stitch there, yarn over, pull up a loop, hold on to your loops, and push your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. You've got 3 loops on your hook. You're just going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Then in the next stitch, a regular single crochet, followed by another single crochet decrease. So push your hook in that next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, go in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and then single crochet. You're going to continue alternating all the way around. You'll close your round with a slip stitch into the chain 1, and by the end of the round you should have a total of 11 stitches. Okay, so for the next round we're going to be repeating the same thing. Chain 1, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, and we're going to work a single crochet decrease next. And you're going to keep alternating between those 2 stitches, single crochet and single crochet decrease, all the way around. You're going to close your round with a slip stitch in the chain 1 space. By the end of this round you should have a total of 8 stitches. So go ahead and work those alternating stitches all the way. When you've closed with your slip stitch, come back and I'll show you how we're going to finish off. Okay, so here we are at the very end of our round. So let's close it with a slip stitch. And you're going to want to pull up a bit of a tail end so you have enough to work with to close up the hole. So pull up some of the yarn before you fasten it off. Okay, just grab your scissors. You can go ahead and cut that. And then pull the rest of that little piece through, and let's pick up our tapestry needle and thread that. Okay, so now you'll be going in and out of each stitch all the way around. So we're going to be weaving it in and out. In the next stitch, out through the next one. And you're just going to do this all the way around till we get back to the start. We just want to make sure we've gone in and out of every single stitch, even if it means you have to kind of double up by going back through the first one again. You want to make sure you're going through in and out of each one all the way around. Okay, and then you're just going to pull that like a drawstring to close the opening, and then we're going to weave the yarn across what's the closed opening. So that little hole that we just closed up, you're going to want to weave this tail end in and out of stitches going across that closed opening, and make sure that you also knot it as well. So I like to just kind of push the yarn almost all the way through, and then just put your needle through that little loop to make it secured with a knot. So I'm just doing that a couple times here, and then I'll just weave the tail end in and out of just a couple more of the stitches so I'm not ending on a knot. I want it to be a smooth finish. You don't feel any kind of knot, and also so it doesn't come undone easily. You can just fasten off what's left there. Do the same thing, closing up weaving the other tail ends that you might have through your work in and out of the stitches just to hide and secure them. Don't forget that right now your work is inside out. So you want to flip it around so it's not inside out anymore. I'll take care of that tail end after. And there we go. You're just going to fold your cuff, and you've got your finished slipper sock. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a look at the helpful links in the description below.